Good morning. There is the bell. What is going on today, everybody? I hope we're all having a great one out here in the stock market. I'm sure a lot of you are pissed off because you wanted the market to fall with Nvidia, but unfortunately for the bears, it is popping to the upside. Nvidia is on fire. That was a good jump up to around 200. If we look at the Nvidia book map, we can see that 200 is critical overhead. There is 900,000 plus shares stacked up at 200. Or, well, now it's 883,000. There was 900,000. It's adjusting a little bit as time goes, but that is going to be a critical range there. There is a lot of sell walls even before we get to 200. 199, 198, 196. I'll have like 200,000 at them each. This is a wild move today. Wild move. Many stocks are up into the green. We go look at the Mag 7. Look at Tesla at open. That is a great rip higher. Getting closer to 418. Wow. Amazon pulling back. Meta pulling back. Google, big red. And even Nvidia had a bit of a red candle there at open. Now, whenever we look at Nvidia's earnings the past few times, there has been that whipsaw effect where they will go up on earnings initially and then fall the next day, or they will fall and then pop back up the next day. It's been a bit strange. Very strange there. People waiting for this AI thing to go away are going to wait past their 90s. I know what you're saying. They're going to miss the train, right? The train is leaving the station and they are going to be stuck behind. That's a pretty big pullback though with Google. Falling back to around 300. I know a lot of people were hyping Google up with Gemini yesterday. Gemini. One of their new AI models, Gemini 3, was released recently, bringing them a lot of hype. How is it that your numbers like Amazon are down? It's not actually down into the red. If we look at Amazon, it's up 1.5%, but at open, there's just a couple red candles, that's all. They're all, I think every Mag 7 stock is actually green on the day. It's just that from open, we've seen a little bit of red out of a few of them on the first couple candles. Amazon's up $3 or something. Yep, that's what it shows right there. $3.50 right now, actually. All right, Tessie. Let's go check you out. You're up to 420 now. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is a big area of resistance around 420 to 421.50. Maybe even 422. How is SNDK? Hey! It's a decent gap down for SNDK today. Gemini 3 can create an app on the fly with no coding. Now, that's pretty badass. With no coding? What? You mean like Gemini will code it, right? Vibe coding. Haha, what's up, Brain? Good morning. What's up, Tangy? Joe Papa, Jake, Xavier, Michael Knight, Coconut, Rick. Man, Tangy Man, I'll tell you what, I am tired today after waking up at 5. Tangy Man is too, yep. But you were up all night, probably. Palantir up 5.1%. Look at that pop here. Another pop after opening today. That's beautiful. Not a lot of stocks have done that. Man, Apple 1.75%. That is a big rip. I like this, the Mag 7 stocks that have went up from open. Those ones make me happy. I'm going to go look at the SM bot here soon. Right now it just has J&J, but it'll start updating more. See if it updates again. Might need to reset the code there. All right, Palantir. Palantir's a fan favorite here. Everybody loves Palantir this year. What's up, Iceman? It can land you in some trouble. That would be wild. I wouldn't want to get in trouble from that. I mean, that makes sense, though. I'm sure that there are some things that could happen like that. Is open at support. OPEN? I love vibe coding stuff. It's a ton of fun, but launching an app and making it publicly accessible is a whole nother level. Imagine if it does something like steals somebody's idea or something, and then you're really screwed. How was Walmart's earnings today? Looks like they're doing pretty well, up to 105. Just about. I like it. The dailies, they're coming back really well on the daily chart. A good pop. 4% for Walmart. Now it is earnings, but still a decent move. Coconut can't even keep up. Me either, really. Me either. Four times faster. That's wild. It's crazy how much more the computing power has risen, too, since the 90s. It is really wild. Like, whenever you think about it back then, like, what? Like 1 megabyte of RAM was probably good. I don't know, something like that. Maybe less. Kilobytes, probably. Or whatever's millibytes. And you'd get RAM in a magazine. Yeah, like you. Yeah, I know what you mean. Nvidia fell off here at open a little bit. Unfortunately, they are kind of whipsawing back down here. Not the best move initially. That's pretty brutal to look at. That is a brutal drop. What's up, Yvonne? Good morning, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Watching Nvidia fall off here today. We have Tesla popping up to 420 plus, which is nice. Robinhood stock falling. Is anybody else out there having a problem with Robinhood? Somebody in the Discord's asking about that. I wonder if people are not able to buy or sell or something like that. You've loaded Space Invaders from a magnetic cassette tape. What? Is that a floppy? Yeah. No, a cassette tape. Okay, okay. My Robinhood is good. I got SoFi call, no problem. Nice, nice. No problem with Joe Papa or Outlaw. Trump said you get a tax break if you buy a Tesla. I don't think he said it was just a Tesla. I think he said it would be on any car. I think he said you'll get to write off the interest for the first year or something like that. Cars built in the USA? Yeah, that's right. Damn, I wanted a BMW, man. Yvonne said, I wish I was American. Come join us, Yvonne. No, I'm kidding. If you want to, feel free. SQQQ's doing a reverse split, or they did. Yeah, they actually did already. Yep. A reverse split occurred today. UVXY, too. UVXY did it, too, trading for $50 or so now. Pretty insane, pretty insane. The jobs data was actually really good, Chill. It came out and it showed that the market had added 119,000 jobs. They were only expected for 50,000, but that's definitely good. July was revised down to 72,000. Oh. Yeah, that's a big jump, though. But hopefully they don't revise it back down and say that they were lying or something. They always do that. They always revise it, and then it's terrible. Yeah, that is bearish for rate cuts, Chill. Yep. It helps support the pause a little bit more. It does help support the pause. If we look at the actual numbers from this morning, though, when the data came out, the chance of a pause actually dropped a little bit, and the chance of a cut popped. I found that to be a bit strange. Generally, worse jobs data helps them with cutting. So if it came in strong, you would think that it would definitely help support the pause side of that, but it caused a little bit of a drop there. Kind of strange. Like a 10% drop. Strange. Let's go see how the SPY did at 8:30 exactly. Oh yeah, nice jump up. That's what got the SPY moving a bit more in pre-market anyways. It was already up a lot from yesterday though. Why must Tom's daughter be a better trader than me? QUBT, still it's negative. Oh, yeah. We'll see if it falls off a little bit more here or not, but I'm surprised it's not making more of a comeback given the hype this morning. I'm not even mad. I'm actually impressed. Yeah, she's pretty good now. She's pretty fire. Did I tell you guys the good news yet this week? My fiance is actually pregnant again. I might have told you that a little while ago, but we got an update that I'll be having a boy, hopefully. So that'll be fun. We'll have a little boy running around here now. Yeah, it's pretty badass. I couldn't remember if I told you guys yet or not. First American F1 driver. That would be awesome. I told Mason. Yeah, okay. Appreciate that, guys. Let's go. Tom can bond with the sun finally, Demir said. Yeah, Tom Jr. Joe Papa, I'm actually Tom Jr. It's going to be Tom the Third, actually. Yeah, leave a like on the stream for that one. Yeah, Xavier. Good idea. Appreciate it, though. That's awesome. Man, Tesla's jumping today. Up to 425. A lot better looking than Nvidia, that's for sure. Nvidia did well into today, don't get me wrong, but that is awesome. Yeah, T3. Oh, that's actually a really good nickname. That's going to be perfect. I have a girl and a boy, too. The energy's totally different. You'll enjoy it a lot. Appreciate that. R2-D2. T3. T3PO is what we'll call it. Maybe by the time he's grown up, BMW will have an F1 team. That would actually be pretty cool. BMW. If you're wondering what that is, that's how you say BMW in German. Yeah, let's go, though. That was some good news to get last weekend. I was like, yes. I'm glad I had my first one be a girl, though. She taught me. She taught me good. $5 toward T3's first stake. Hey, let's go. Appreciate it, Tangy. I'll throw it in the fund. Tessie's about to make a new high of the day here. Continuing its good move. It's up 5%. No, I'm not sure if we're going to do that yet, Mason. I'm not for sure, but I do think that that's where we're going to be leaning. Now, if that happened, it'd be really wild. I hope that that doesn't happen because it's due for June 21st or something. So it'll be wild if it happened at my birthday. That would be insane, though, yeah. For those of you that didn't know, me and my dad had the same birthday and the same name. It was pretty wild. It was insane. Wow, that's awesome, Alexander. Are you kidding me, Alexander? I don't even believe you. Do you know when my birthday is? Or are you playing with me? There's no shot. I feel like Alexander's messing around. Well, holy shit, that's my birthday too. That's really wild. Same names, same birthdays, Alexander. We must be... Don't tell me you were born in 1998. That would be really, really wild. He's gonna say yes just to mess around now. He goes, I don't mess around. Oh. I feel like if that happens, you have to give your son the same name. Like, what are the odds? Yeah, that is crazy. Oh, he said 97. Oh, 1 year earlier. Dang. Now I'll definitely remember, Demir said. All right, Spy. Let's keep it going. Good jump, good staircase for right now for the scalpers out there, actually. There might be a little tradable flag going on here. Watch out with the Spy. If it's a bull flag, I'm sure we could get a good continuation going on here. Tom was born the same year I first got arrested, Tansy says. Oh, no. You said the first time. How many times have you been arrested? Haha, Rick. Yeah, me too, Alexander. It actually works out really good. It used to happen all the time for school, and then I would get off for it. Thoughts on Apple, Steve the Sauce Man says. AAPL pulling back a little bit today, but really good action from open. Looking at Apple on the daily, I mean, they're looking really good on the recovery. We might get an intraday pullback at any point, kind of like what we're seeing now, but I actually wouldn't be surprised if it continued up a little bit more. Tansy said 5 or 6 times. Oh, no. No, that's all right, Tandy. He said, never been convicted. Lawyer up. Wife came home and we're celebrating the 7-year anniversary today. There we go, Brain. He said 6 or 7. He can't remember. Oh. I bet that makes her feel great. I'm just playing. Yeah, Chill said it doesn't mean you're guilty. 7 years. There we go. One time I got busted in Wyoming with a large bag of ganja. That was kind of scary. Oh, how large of one? My gosh. Caps lock abuser. Nvidia's recovering, Aller said. Nvidia. Yeah, that is nice here. Great pump by Nvidia. I like it. Let's go. He said one of those 5-gallon Ziploc jobs. Oh. That is wild. Good thing you didn't get in trouble, Tangy. Hey. Yeah, Tilray's looking terrible, isn't it? Xavier. Oh, that's Tesla. My muscle memory did Tesla. Yeah, Tilray has been awful lately. Falling down a lot again. CGC's been rough as well. Yvonne said, do I trim for profit or let the stock run? Let it go. Let it go. Like the song from that movie. Frozen, that's it. Yeah. I've never seen Frozen, actually. It's not my thing, but I'll be watching it with my daughter here soon, I'm sure.
How dare you!
Whoa, Greta, sorry. I didn't know you liked Frozen that much. Sheesh. It's not my fault. No, I am not a lefty, Alexander. I am a full-born righty. As a dad of 3 girls, you will know all the Disney princess movies. Oh yeah, I will. You are right, I definitely will. I already know a lot of them. You'll watch them on repeat non-stop. Kind of like watching Tesla on repeat today. My word. These are looking great. If I let them run, should I add to the position? I wouldn't add too much in case it drops again, you know? You might want to give it some time in that case. Remember, Yvonne, patience. You don't got to do something every day with these. WMT. Yvonne and I were in ESP mode. What? But I would let them go and, you know, continue holding them. What's your thoughts on SMR? Think it could head back up soon? I do think that there could be a possible reversal there. I think it's possible. SMR and Oklo look very similar. APLD has cash flow and a deep, wide moat. A lot of these stocks are starting to pop up a little bit in the short term. Almost all of them had been pulling back, but they are looking a lot better here, that's for sure. Way better. Nvidia downtrend confirmed, G-Dog asked. Let me go check it on an intraday basis. Gosh, it's really looking like that, isn't it? I'm not going to say confirmed quite yet. If we start to break down through this, then I'll start to shift that way a little bit more. AI in space. That was hilarious yesterday. That had me laughing. Yeah, me too, Brain. It was nice. Me too, me too. All our calls are in space today, Sharpie said. Gajillion gigawatts. Oh my gosh. Even that's a little too out there for you. Just remember, Yvonne, it just has to be a computer on like a random satellite even. That's all it could be. But that counts as AI, right? In my book. It definitely gets a little wild, though. I feel you. Gigawatts generated by stand-up comedians? Oh, that reminds me of like Monsters Inc. with like the screams. I'm sure most of you know that anyways. Not the most topical thing ever, but... Man, Tesla just started pulling back, unfortunately. It's not the biggest pullback of the day, but I gotta say, it kind of seems like we're gonna see a shift here start to happen. Seeing a bit of an intraday shift. I'd rather not see it, but it just appears that way. Here goes Nvidia. We'll see if it tests this trend here again, see if it holds up. It might not this time. It might not. CWEN is still holding up really nice. Yeah, not bad. Clearway Energy. Really good, actually, I'd say. Yeah, nice action by CWEN. Optimus will replace astronauts. You're probably right. At least some of them. When the tech stocks crashed, I sold majority of my shares to buy LLY. I was strong and solid for days, but now the tech is recovering. My LLY is not behaving. LLY has been on fire lately. Yeah, Yvonne, you got to be careful making those, emotional decisions in the short term. Tech is already right back. LLY has done pretty good, though, I gotta say. Pretty solid. Thinking I would trim LLY for more Tessie today. More Tesla, that's not a bad idea, really, with Tesla, how it's moving, but just be careful. Tesla's a wild stock. If you do it, I wouldn't necessarily, sell Tesla then right away. I would say you need to come up with a good plan with it. If it goes below here, you stop out. I would definitely look at that. Account's pulling down from its highs. Not good to watch it pull down some. Don't want to hear that, but... Always be closing. That's funny. Well, you'll have to come up with that, Yvonne. You know, you'll have to come up with how much you're willing to lose compared to how much you're entering. And then that's where you'll have to put that. What's up, Chase? Better late than never, right? Chase said, good morning, I'm late. I literally just read that. Why'd I say it again? Sometimes I go wild here. I'll tell you. I look back at like a watch list or something, and I look back and just say the first thing I saw, even though I just said it. If we close at 433, I think Tesla's heading to 470 next week. I could see Tesla getting back up into the range of like 440 to 450. I don't know about 470, but yeah, this is a big range to break through here at 430, though. I like how you said if we cross 433, because that would be a pretty critical move that we need to see happen for sure. For sure, for sure. By the way, in the contest of CTA versus WPay versus THTA over the past 2 quarters, THTA won by a long shot. What's that? SoFi Enhanced Yield ETF. Ah, I see what you're saying. Where's THC, Brain said. Oh, no. He's not allowed to have that after he got in trouble that one time. I'm just kidding. He goes, it's in my pipe. CRWV up 7% here, following along with Nvidia. But it actually followed along with Nvidia and fell at open as well. So not the best sign there by CoreWeave. We can see Nvidia pulling down through support. Definitely not the best thing to see there. I read SoftBank unloaded a ton of Nvidia. Yeah, they did. That was a little while ago, I believe, though. That did happen, Steve. Let me see if I can find the article. November 11th, SoftBank sold their entire stake for $5.83 billion. They also sold part of their stake in T-Mobile for $9.17 billion. Very interesting. Even with Nvidia's good earnings, that doesn't mean that they're necessarily in the clear yet. I would think that they are, but you never know. Has anybody done sailing on RuneScape yet? It released yesterday. I don't do sailing. I have not done it. I don't even play much anymore, so. That was funny, though. Our tech stocks crashing again. Yes, they are. Not crashing, but they're pulling back. Nvidia is pulling back for sure. Big boy out there. Meta pulled back. Amazon's pulling back pretty hard, actually. It might make a new low of the day. I know I'm gonna introduce some brain. And my daughter. QUBT got me selling at a loss again. Nice tunes, man. Turn it up. I can't make it too high, Sea-Dog. I'll get in trouble. I'd like it. One second. That's so funny. Somebody in the Discord has... I had to help somebody out really quick, and they have a old school RuneScape picture on their account. What's the timing odds of that, right? The timing is impeccable there. Spy puts anyone, Skylar said. It's starting to come back up a little bit here. You might be able to re-enter into some puts here as it pops up. Maybe for a bit of resistance hit, but I don't know. I'm a bit worried that we're going to start to chop back up. Worries me a little bit here. Hold my beer. I'm going to do some parkour. What do you think of Microsoft? It formed a double top on the daily. Wow, huge double top. Yeah, it did. Pulled back pretty hard. It'll probably provide a good opportunity if it keeps pulling back for a possible dip buy. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw things dip a little bit. SPY puts. Let's go back to that SPY. Keep watching this lower trend. That's holding up pretty well today. You could say it's flagging. I know we've looked at a couple of flag opportunities today, but this one's in a pretty good wedge / flag, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, QQQ 1 minute kind of looks like head and shoulders. There we go. QQQ 1 minute. Okay. Let's see. It doesn't look like the total one to me, really. I guess I see what you're looking at, though. You know, you draw it out kind of like this. It needs to get back up here, though, and test this. It'd be nice if it came up and tested 613. That would be a beauty if it rejected there. Samurai, how are we doing? Welcome up. Happy Thursday. Thirsty Thursday, right? Brain said, hold my beer. Don't say that on Thirsty Thursday. You might not get it back. Where's your McRibs? I still need to have number 9. Number 9 should be coming today, though. I might even get to 10 today. Hey, let's go, Brain. Party it up. In that case, party it up. SNDK really getting hit. Whoa. Down 8% now. No kidding. Sheesh. Beautiful SNDK. I'm out here. Wow, that's perfect. $15-minute chart, seeing some pullbacks there. That's a great move. 230 given out. It is beautiful. Love it. Oki made back the QUBT loss on NNOX. He said OKI, that's what he meant. Okay, I made back that. Let's see. QUBT, NNOX. So QUBT pretty decent the past couple days. Not anything too crazy, but down yesterday and down today again. Let's see, NNOX. Beautiful jump, up 30% here. I didn't realize it was up this much today. Wow. Sometimes doing parkour works. That's what we like. I just can't stop looking at SNDK here. Man, Nvidia, bad sell-off. See if it starts to hold this base it's trying to hold here. It's getting pretty close to holding. Getting close. What a move. Back to Tesla. New high of the day achieved. There we go. Tesla's been one of the hotter stocks this morning. That is perfect there. Great by Tesla. 428 coming up. Watch 430. This 430 zone is going to be huge. I know, right, Mason? It's choppy and boring, literally. Typical post-earnings moves for Nvidia. I can't believe, looking back at the past few, we've seen that happen like that. I swear no one really cares about their earnings, but it's always the mostly anticipated. You know, I feel like people definitely care about it, but there's never, like, as good of action anymore. Let's go look at their... When did they get, like, a really good move last? Yeah, I mean, like, this one was boring. This one was boring. This one was boring. What about this one? Boring. We got to go back to 2024 to find their last good run following an earnings. Yeah, it's weird. The past few have been very, very boring. Some of these ones in the past look a lot better, though. QQQ, Samurai said. There we go. 5-minute chart. Looking pretty solid on QQQ. Seeing tech start to come back a little bit. Yeah, oh yeah. There's some of the Mag 7. A lot of them are up quite a bit today, like Google's up almost 4%. Even with the dip at open, they're all green still. Tesla, sheesh, is up 6% now. SPY's testing 675. It's almost up 2% on the day, too. It might end up getting there. What a day to be a trader. It sucks for Nvidia, but good for everything else. What's that setup not trading view? This is Thinkorswim. TOS. Pretty solid as well. I had an error the other day, but it's been pretty solid. Speaking of that, my TOS is actually really lagging. Need a nice earnings report from Webull today. You're looking at Bull on its earnings report. Let's see. Webull. Do you own shares of Webull? It's been falling off a lot recently. It was one of those hot IPOs at first, but man, they really died off. Bitcoin people are depressed right now. Yeah. Bitcoin's been rough lately, I know. It's been making a lot of people sad, but it did break the uptrend and fell under 100K recently. It's not too negative to see it down in my eyes, you know. It goes through cycles. It drops down at some points. Might create a good buying opportunity, though, eventually. That'll get fun for traders. Or, well, I guess people more of looking to invest, but... I got a CSP also. It ends on Friday, James said. Cash secure put. There you go. On Webull? That's pretty crazy. You own shares of Webull. Just going to buy some more. Gotcha. Going to keep averaging in. I see. Tony got assigned 200 shares from a CSP at 12. Okay. It's not too bad. It has dipped a lot from then, but mainly just with the volatility Webull has, it's wild. Got bookmap for QQQ looking to re-enter. That's what we like. Did you say bookmap? Oh, got bookmap for QQQ. So I have to explain something to you. Anybody that looks at SPY or QQQ on the bookmap is actually looking at it wrong. The bookmap levels are totally irrelevant on QQQ and SPY. These ETFs are made to follow their index. They're gonna follow it. Like, even if there's buyers at 610, doesn't matter. They will get wiped out like nothing, and it will still go right through. Because they are any ETF is set to follow certain things, and those levels aren't going to be as big of a deal there. Essentially, bots will come in and just make it literally be irrelevant. Maybe one day it'll hit Robinhood numbers. That would be perfect. That would be crazy, right? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. That would be sick. What's the sauce behind trading gaps? Trading gaps is a really tough thing to do. I really like to trade gaps after the fact. Like, let's say that we have a gap and we see a big gap up, like on Nvidia, right? Let's just say that there's a good gap. In this case, there's not really a gap up, but like you can tell that like there was a clear area of support where it started to kind of gap through. Right around like 187 to 188, more around 188. And what would happen is if Nvidia started falling back down, I would target that as a possible place to take profits on puts on the way down. And then also at the same time, if the stock does get back to the gap, a lot of the times I watch for it to touch the gap, fill it, and then end up reversing. Now, on the reversal, you know, you look at it and you say, okay, how big is the reversal going to be? You don't really know, right? You don't really know. So I like to generally trade those reversals pretty quickly because it's not always going to like fill the gap and then bounce and reverse all the way back. You know, sometimes it'll just maybe be a little bit and then right back down. But nonetheless, that is what I watch for. And we do see a lot of intraday action at those gap fill points. That's personally what I like to do with gaps, if that's what you meant. Chill said sold a SPY 675 call. Did you sell it for profit? Looks like you did it up around the high of the day. Walmart's up 6.5%. Yeah, it's beautiful. Walmart was doing pretty good. Pretty good earnings move by Walmart. Good for the retailers. Bad for the XRT trade. It can still easily keep falling, though. It's not actually up as much as I thought it was going to be. Not even close. Go pull up our watch list here really quickly. Solar Edge doing well today. Look at that action from open. Up around the top end of our watch list. TeraWolf. Up 18%. This stock loves going crazy. Such a low price stock. Its average percent rise of whenever it's moved over the past year's 5.79%. That is a crazy average. CoreWeave was one that was falling down with Nvidia. Yeah, unfortunately not good there. Big Bear doing better though. Navitas coming back today. Up to $8.30 or so. Nice pop last night. It looks like, unfortunately, it opened, though. It started following Nvidia back down again. How's Novo? Oh, pulling back, unfortunately. Novo got pretty low recently. We look at that daily chart. You see how close it is to support. It might even give out at support, but I feel like Novo is going to be a decent opportunity for the longer run. On this dip, I'm glad it pulled back. It's creating a decent opportunity for the long term. I wouldn't go in too deep, but not too bad. Another stock that's done well is RCAT. RCAT's a good one. Had a lot of bullish news in the past 12 hours. Let's go. Yeah, we have. Yes, we have. A lot, actually. A lot. We had good news from Walmart with their earnings. The jobs data was good. Nvidia's earnings were good. Sheesh, it's been fire. I got 50% banger on Avgo calls. Beauty. That's awesome. Dubs in the chat there. Always like to hear that. Avgo calls. You're hitting 50%. That's solid. Anybody in here trading SNDK down? It's been awesome today as support's given out. Be nice if it broke down through this lower range once again. But yeah, nice, Jacob. Avgo. Big chip stock, Broadcom. People don't realize, I don't think, how big Avgo actually is. Let's look at the S&P 500 weightings. It's 7th on the weighting. That's pretty big. It's a larger company than Meta. Or it has more weighting on the S&P than Meta anyways. Why did it go parabolic anyways? Because they, SNDK is SanDisk. They make some pretty big, like, memory chips, I believe. I believe that that's generally what they're running for. Like, you can go buy, like, a SanDisk, like, tons of, like, flash drives, and I think one of the biggest things is SSDs. But, of course, even just chips for, like, different systems like GPUs or like AI systems, things like that, they could be like supplying chips in that sense to people. SD cards. Yeah, that's a good one too, James. Yeah, Xavier too. You guys knew. Is there a double top on Tesla? I'm not going to call it a double top. This one actually got higher. If it was a double top, I think it would look more of like a lower high here. I would say no, not right now. Watch this zone of support on Tesla, though. If this starts to give out, I think it could pull back a lot more. Broadcom CPUs are widely used in the automotive industry. Really? I wouldn't have thought that. And Raspberry Pis. I like how you did the PI. You know what's going on. All right, Palantir. New low of the day achieved. Palantir pulling back. Oh, at least low from open. I lied. Technically in pre-market it got the 169.70, but looks like it's going to end up breaking that. Turning over a lot, though. Gosh, Nvidia is starting to really turn down, too. It's starting to worry me. We're going to be getting an actual drop-off. Crunchy AF. Oh my gosh. Lots of protein in that. Yeah, I think that they would have some too. Double top on SPY, or is it like Tesla? I'm not going to call it a double top, but I guess it's close enough to classify as one, really. You could classify it, I guess. Tesla's looks more like consolidation. SPY's does look a bit better as far as a double top goes in my eyes. It's pretty close. It's like within 10 cents of each other, pretty much. So yeah, I would say it's double topping. There's definitely a base forming there either way. A base of resistance. How's Ford today? General Motors, check in on them. Wow, they're really selling down. Ford is anyways. Pretty nasty day for them, down 1.7%. Pulling back pretty hard on the daily. They're cheaper to buy and manage than a Siemens PLC. You're getting out of my realm there, Tangy Man. I feel like you guys are speaking an alien language. Robert says, thoughts on IEF and what future is linked to it? Let's see, International Equity Fund, right? IEF? No. IEF, 7 to 10 year Treasury Bond ETF. Okay. This is a pretty big deal here. It's been doing really well. It's specifically linked to track the performance of the U.S. Treasury 7 to 10 year bond index. Pretty wild. We've got to remember that rate cuts have a lot to do with how these bonds end up moving and what the Federal Reserve does with like quantitative tightening and things like that, which is set to end soon. I bet it's going to get pretty wild here for IEF. Now, as we go throughout 2026, I'm going to start looking for some of these bonds to start to fall a little bit. I'm going to be looking for TLT to actually pop up a lot. In this case, IEF's kind of similar. So I think that we might have a short-term drop-off here, of course, with everything going on with the Federal Reserve. But I do believe that as we go forward, we're going to end up seeing a bigger rise out of TLT and IEF. As yields start to fall. Today's top performers are PACS, CRNC, NUTX. He put LOL. NutX. What is that? Nutex Health. What the? Thing really popped up, it looks like, on earnings here. These are all probably going to be earnings moves. Yep, here's another one. CRNC again, an earnings move too. And then OX was fun today. That was a good one, almost 30%. Like that. Workhorse. WKHS is up 21% today. Wow. Donkey Horse. I can't even believe I'm speaking about Donkey Horse right now. If you're an OG of the stream, you'll remember the good old Donkey Horse. There probably is a radio station like that. Yeah, I don't even know how it's still alive either. They've reverse split 2 times. They're probably going to have to reverse split, and they're going to get delisted from the NASDAQ is what's going to probably end up happening. They're probably going to get delisted. Nvidia is falling more now. You're getting nervous. Oh, yeah. Pulling back. It'll probably pull back a little bit the next couple days. What we really need to see is a good continuation following these couple days of wild pullback and whipsaw action. I know, right, Tangy? I thought that was a funny one, too. Pretty good, pretty good. SPY getting close to a big area of support here, guys. This 672.50 zone is pretty critical. I would say 672 to 673 is going to be a big zone to keep on the radar. But I really like 672.50 here. Let's see. SPY might just fall down through it. It's up a lot from last night, so if SPY started to fall down to test 670, I really don't think that would be very surprising here. I don't think that would be surprising at all. MU's heading down, 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 James said. Down into the bottom of the sea. That is a nasty move. Yeah, I'm definitely worried about it giving out at support. I wouldn't be surprised if it broke yesterday's low at some point. SPY to 600. Hey, Tangy man, how dare you say that?
How dare you?
How dare you, Tangy? We're going to have to teach you a lesson.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
It goes with it really good because Tangy's older than most in here, I would say. Doom Goblin. Oof, I missed the move down while I was journaling. Darn. Man, SPY just broke through 672 just about. Just tested 672 even on the low end of this 1 minute candle. It's starting to really give out. Watch for downside action here. This is starting to accelerate. Even Tessie's pulling back. I know we've been talking about Nvidia pulling back too. New low of the day achieved. Little downtrend intraday broke. I have 190 is a huge range of support here. 191 is seeing some good bounces too, though. Weird, we're in a zone where like Nvidia's seen a lot of chop lately. Advanced Money Destroyer, holy shit. Big pullback there. Not good. At least Tesla had a good opening move today. That was one of my good ones for today. And SNDK, which I'm going to give Mike the credit on that one, of course. It's big drop off there. Wow. 9.2%. Sheesh. Nasty red candle. Still playing out, too. Still looking great. Got in some SMH puts at 349 to hedge a little. It's been kind to me. That was a good one. That looks really solid. It looks like it could fall down to 343 in my eyes. That's a pretty good pullback. Nice one, Chromie. I like to hear that. Chase bought the pizzas at 11 p.m. last night. Let's go, Chase. Mine actually delivered today. That is funny. I'll have to send you a picture when I do it. Chromie's been learning a lot from y'all over the months. Love the work you guys do. Appreciate that. Let's go. That's awesome to hear. Always like to hear that. We always enjoy some positivity, right? Nice payday, hell yeah. Any support on Tessie? The VIX is climbing a mountain. How's UVXY? Yeah, trying to climb. Reverse split action. You bought Tesla at 425 and it fell. It's all my fault. LOL. Why'd you buy, Yvonne? You should have let us know. No, I'm kidding. You did. I just meant you know what I mean. That's funny. Yeah, Mets asked me how many stocks do you hold. I have 100. Wow, that's quite a lot, Mets. I hold like 20 to 30 at a time, but I have T-bills and other strategies with ETFs. And you know, if you have like an ETF, I mean, does that count as holding all those stocks within the ETF? Not really, but you could think of it that way, though. Nvidia puts it open was such a layup. Stakes for everyone. Gotcha. Yeah, 20 to 30 then. Stakes for everyone, Mason said. That was a big dip there. What a shift back down. That is awesome. Yeah, SQQQ, there we go. Coming back today a little bit as the QQQ sells off. Might see some opportunity with SQQQ. Or just QQQ puts, one or the other. You made your Buffalo money back and then some. Never bet on the Buffalo Bulls. Haha, the Bills. Yeah. I think they've cost me one time this year. No, literally the Bulls. What are the Buffalo Bulls? Like the Chicago Bulls? It's a high school varsity team. That would be funny. Out here betting on high school games. It's a college football team. Oh, shit. He said it basically is a high school team, though. Yeah, I've never heard of that one. Mizzou plays Oklahoma today, or this weekend. That'll be a fun one on Saturday. Made a quick $200 on SPY puts and got out. See you guys tomorrow. Let's go, KO. I'm glad to hear that. Bet the under on the Bills. Nice, KO. Have a great rest of the day. See you later. Tommy said the whole game. Bills definitely covering spread. What are we looking like here tonight? The Bills versus the Texans. Buffalo Bills, 6 is the spread is 6. Man, that actually is exciting me now. Let's go see what my bookie has it as. Probably not 6. It's with my luck, it's probably 7 on there. They always have it way worse than it should be. Money lines minus 286. Oh, it is 6 on there too. We'll do a little action on that. Yours went down to 5.5. Whoa. What happens, Mason, whenever it hits like the tie on there? What happens if you tie the spread? It's a push. Okay, okay. All right, guys, we're probably going to call the stream there. Seeing stocks pull back like crazy, though, has been getting fun. I know the put players are definitely having some fun out there. G-Dog's out. Perfect timing. Posting profits up, too. Beautiful. Let's see those really quick. A lot of people have been taking profits on SNDK in the short term. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Beautiful. Nice $1,200 hit there. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Dub in the chat. Get those dubs out there for G-Dog. Appreciate that. That is awesome. Dubs all the way around. Appreciate it, Xavier. Yes, guys. Thank you guys for the kind words today. With the announcement of a possible sun coming up. Let's go, let's go. All right, see you guys.